Picture of what we got going on. The cows have been moving across this 6.5 acre creek bottoms. They're split in half with the creek. They're going back to the creek to water. And if you do the math, they're supposed to get about 18 of these small bales a day. Or I'm sorry, 36 of these a day, so 18 on a half day. So I've been putting out about 18 small rounds a day. All right, that's what I leave on their side of the wire. But they just hadn't been cleaning it up real good. Now, I don't know why that is. This is Reed's canary grass, and it's really late in the year, and it doesn't stockpile nearly as well as fescue does. But you know, Alan was talking about, Savory again, was talking about herd effect, and I think this is exactly what he's talking about right here. Is those cows come into that little bale, that's a really high intensity grazing for a short duration of time, and they'll either get their fill and go chew their cud, or they'll wipe that bale out and they'll move on. But if you look down through the herd here, there's 55 animal units in here. See, there's another bunch right there. Now them dumb horses, now they'll chase everybody off. They got to have their own feed. I know Jay Fuhrer was talking about bringing horses into his grazing operation because he wanted another class of livestock in the hoof action. He thought that would be important, more diversity. So, see there we got another small pod grazing, high intensity, and we got one over here. And it gets less as we go down here, but that's all right. It's not perfect, but we're trying. So. Herding effect, I don't know, maybe that's maybe I'm getting a little bit of a herding effect. So they kind of break up, so it's there. You can really see the mob right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see five mini herds working on a bale. And that strip I'm giving is I don't know, 40 foot wide, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times 16 steps. That's 160, so 420, 450 feet long by 30. And I was giving them 2 of those a day, but it just wasn't happening in terms of what I wanted to see go. Now, if I come back over here, we can kind of look at the manure distribution, which I like, and I'm getting some trampling effect. I don't know if Alan would say it was near enough. I am getting some, but I'm probably taking a little more of the top growth, this idea of 50-50. I'm probably taking a little more than 50%. But in order for them to clean up those bales, that's kind of what I've got to do in this situation, because they'll kind of work the best out of those bales. Then they'll come back and they'll graze this standing grass, and that's like, they'll get that done by late afternoon, and then they have the rest of the afternoon and evening then to go back and kind of work on that less desirable hay, the stuff that might have been on the bottom that's a little bit rotted or wet. So my sheep were down in here, and they opened up a lot of these bales. Wonderful for the sheep. They kind of high graded a lot of stuff, which was good for their nourishment. So like 150 head of sheep down in here. They're not down in here now, but so the other thing I've noticed, that when I come off of the fescue small round bales on the other farm over there, there's hardly any mineral consumption. And that hay was baled later than this, so it was probably a little more mature, but hardly any mineral consumption. Now I've been down here, I've come across probably 4 acres now, and I think I'm getting ready to dump my 3rd sack of mineral, so that's 150 pounds of mineral, and they were in here a week Tuesday. So Tuesday and about another 5 days, so it's 12 days. I think the bag says that 20 head should go through that every 11 days. So it's almost double the mineral consumption, but if they need it, they need it. So, and they've got and I showed you they got the salt with it. So anyway, that's what's going on down here. It's a beautiful day.